morning, everyone.
चलो अभी चुप.
And I'll give you a little bit of insight on annual reports, how they're interpreted, how they're analyzed to all the finance graduates and finance enthusiasts. It will probably help in your interview or in your further corporate fields where you're answering questions related to the finance field. So our approach, okay, first let's get started. What is an annual report? It is a corporate document which spells out the company's financial condition in the previous year. These are published every year by all the companies, all the corporate houses of India who are paying taxes, and it is also published quarterly from all 4 quarters of the company. It tells the company's ability to pay its debt as they come out, whether the company is making profits or in losses this year, company's growth rate over the years, how much earnings the company is reporting, and the operational expenses as compared to its revenue. Our approach in today's presentation would be to discuss two companies in the same field, which is the automobiles, two-wheeler and three-wheeler industry. We'll be discussing and analyzing Bajaj Auto and Hero MotoCorp. So, our year under discussion will be FY 2022-2023 because these year reports are still not published out yet. So this data might be 1 year back. So please take that perspective into your mind. So talking about the domestic two-wheeler sales, as you can see, the sales have been decreasing continuously from the past 4 years. Ever since 2018-19, where the industry achieved its highest ever sales, that is 21 million units, and it has been declining constantly. The main reason for these is the weak demand for the lower CC models. Entry level models, which are the basic starting at 30 to 40,000, have been their price have been increased by almost 50%. So which these now start at almost 60 to 70,000, which puts it a little out of range for the lower middle income levels. And the rural economy is not showing signs of good revival, and the demand is only in the festive months. So despite the good monsoons and the good crop realizations in the past 2 to 3 years, the sales haven't increased significantly. This is mainly due to the rising inflation level, and the total cost of acquisition has greatly increased. In the last FY 2022-23, almost 15 million units of two-wheelers were sold, which transformed into 10 million units of motorcycles.
Back करना. These figures are important. Please write down. 18-19, 21 million two-wheelers were sold. 18-19. Post pre-COVID.
Post-COVID, the demand sales have also reduced.
Sales reduced and have then not yet come back.
Yes.
Almost 25% fall. Or two-wheeler is, as is shared, I think 60-70% sale is in the rural India.
Yes.
60-70%.
In the middle class.
Middle class and rural. तो आप देख सकते हो उनका it's an indicator that incomes
are decreasing.
It have not increased at least.
Incomes may not have increased. The prices have increased as much as compared to the income.
True. So 25% fall is not a small fall. Okay, good.
We have seen signs of recovery in the last year. Let's dig further into it. The classification would be 10 million units of motorcycles, 5 million units of scooters, and almost 8 lakhs, I think.
Mopeds.
That will be mopeds. So talking about the market share, we all know Hero is the leading market player in the two-wheeler bike industry with almost 32% share. HM would be Honda motorcycles, which collectively they both were together as a market giant when they were as a joint venture between Hero and Honda, which broke up in 2016, which has reduced Hero MotoCorp market share to 32%, which would previously combine what was greater than 50%. Bajaj Auto's market share currently is at 11.3%. So, talking about if you are taking these figures into consideration, like all of you would be assuming Hero MotoCorp would be playing a huge part in the industry, two-wheeler industry, and would be reporting great figures as compared to Bajaj Auto. But the picture says a little different. Bajaj Auto has reported sales of almost 36,000 crores, while Hero has reported 33,000 crores. So Bajaj sales are actually greater than Hero's, despite having a lower market share, almost 1/3 of the market share of Hero. Their EBITDA is also twice of Hero MotoCorp, which Bajaj's EBITDA is 17.9% of their sales, while Hero's is almost 11.8%. Profit after tax, Bajaj enjoys a profit after tax of 5,600 crores, which is almost 15%, and Hero is only at 8.6% with a 3,000 crore figure. So you can see the domestic sales of motorcycles. Bajaj only sold 17 lakh units of motorcycles in FY 22-23 as compared to Hero, which is 53 lakhs, almost 3 times. Hero sold almost 3 times motorcycles than Bajaj. But still, if you see the figures, the profit is almost 2.5 times that of Hero. So what is Bajaj doing differently? With almost manufacturing facilities also, Hero has twice the manufacturing facilities as Bajaj. It has 4 and Hero has 8 manufacturing facilities. May I take it forward? So what is Bajaj doing differently? Bajaj, as compared to only the two-wheeler segment, Bajaj is also developing and indulging into the three-wheeler industry. It's making pro biking KTM bikes, sold almost 52,000 units of it. The Chetak EV scooter, Bajaj's flagship scooter, which Bajaj started its company with the Chetak scooter. It has launched an EV version of it. Pertaining to the demand which is surrounding currently, everyone is transforming to EV, everyone is transforming into green. Bajaj took up the challenge, sold almost 36,000 units of Chetak EV scooter, and which is almost 343% year-on-year growth from the previous year. And in the three-wheeler segment, Bajaj sold 3 lakh units and is the market leader in the three-wheeler segment. Talking about exports, almost 40.9% of Bajaj's auto sales were in exports. And I think Hero has a figure of almost 5 to 6% in exports. So that is where I think Hero is lacking and Bajaj is playing a different ball game.
Now when you export around 40%, you get premium. You get approximately 10 to 15% premium in those markets, because they are otherwise, if they don't import from you, they will import from Japan, they will import from other developed countries. So you sell there, you get 15-20% premium vis-a-vis Indian market. So that is the advantage. Very good.
So talking about the three-wheeler industry, where Bajaj is playing a major chunk of it, almost I think April to November 2022 data, this is all I could get, Bajaj almost sold 1,77,000 units in the three-wheeler segment. As compared to its peers, the total sales were 3 lakhs till November 2022. So Bajaj was almost 60% of it. And as we know, Bajaj reported sales of 3 lakh units in the entire year. So almost 60 to 70% of the three-wheeler segment, Bajaj is able to encash upon, which Hero has none of it. So that is where I think Bajaj is playing a good role.
Hero Motors only manufactures two-wheelers
Yes.
only, I believe. It doesn't manufacture three-wheelers.
Yeah, it's not. But they cater to the same industry, same segment. Two-wheeler and the three-wheeler industry they are considered to be peers. They are in the same industry, both the two-wheelers and three-wheelers, because they come in the lower engine category, almost I think up to 350 cc.
But I believe the difference comes in that the two-wheelers are used for personal use or use of personal.
That is different. What he's saying is, as companies, initially Bajaj was also into bike scooter. They diversified into three-wheelers. Similar line, similar products, similar tire, engine, etc. So Hero could have also diversified. Hero did not. So that is what he's trying to share. Ke usme margins are more.
You mean to say that Bajaj has catered the needs of persons who wanted to work through using the vehicle?
The market.
It is to understand the market dynamics. How the
Foresight. I'll give you another example at the end. What Bajaj did, which was again ahead of the rest of the competition.
So moreover, almost 70% of the sales of Bajaj are counted to the three-wheeler community.
Okay.
If we only compare the two-wheeler community, Hero is much far ahead of Bajaj. But
In terms of numbers.
in only the two-wheeler community, it is much.
Agreed.
So in response to the market dynamics also, I think Hero launched their flagship EV scooter Vida in December 2022 last year. So however, it could only sell almost 1730 units in the span of 5 months, while as compared to its peer, Ola could do a sale of almost 21,000 units in April 2023 alone, while the Bajaj Chetak Even that sold 4,500 units in 1 month of April. So where did Hero could not even achieve this? Hero could not even enter into the EV segment as efficiently as its peers. Why is that? It has the costliest EV scooter. It was priced at 1.4 to 1.5 lakhs. While the Ola S1, you can easily get it for 1 lakh. Its starting range. It starts at 1 to 1.1 lakhs. The charging time of Hero scooter, it was 5 to 6 hours. Whereas Bajaj Chetak, its charging time is almost 4.3 hours. It has no features as anti-lock braking systems, no front pockets, and could only do a top speed of 80 kilometers per hour, which was lower than its peer. So, in my opinion, Bajaj Hero was not only late to the party, but it had no additional USP. So, let's do a little financial analysis of both the companies, the ratio analysis. Current ratio and the quick ratio. Current ratio basically helps us determine how the company is efficient in paying its current liabilities, how much cash and cash equivalents it has to pay immediate liabilities which any of it arises. A healthy current ratio would range between 1.2 to 2, and since both the companies lay within that range, in terms of liquidity, both of them are very efficient. Talking about the quick ratio, even that is in the efficient range. The main difference between current ratio and quick ratio would be quick ratio does not include inventory. Current ratio includes inventory. Quick ratio is a little more liquid form of the current ratio because inventory isn't as sellable as cash and cash equivalents and the market securities are. So in quick ratio, the inventories aren't included. Let's talk about leverage. Both the companies are essentially debt free, which is very good for both of them, and their interest coverage ratios are very high. Interest coverage ratios mean how much money does the company have and how many times it can pay its interest from its earnings. So basically, if you talk about it, interest coverage, Bajaj can almost pay its interest 195 times if it had any interest income. It has some interest income, not in the non-current liabilities. In some current liabilities, it has a little interest income. It can pay almost, it has an income of almost 195 times of it, which is very good. Turnover ratios, the inventory turnover ratios and the debtors turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio, it generally means in a financial year, how many times the inventory is churned, how many times the inventory is turned around in one financial year. Both the companies enjoy a healthy inventory turnover ratio of 18, and the debtors turnover ratio means the net credit sales, how much the company has sold and how much of it is being covered by how many times the debtors are being converted into it. Like almost its debtor cycle is being converted 21 times in one financial year and 16 times for Hero MotoCorp. All these ratios are pretty solid and these companies look very good for them. Profitability ratios, the gross profit margin. Bajaj is enjoying a healthy gross profit margin of 21% in the last year, and Hero has enjoyed a gross profit margin of 13%. Same as for net profit, a 15% net profit margin for Bajaj and an 8% net profit margin for Hero. The key return ratios. The return on capital employed is almost 28% for Bajaj, 22% for Hero. Return on asset is 18% and 11% for Hero. However, one thing I would like to point out is Bajaj Auto, it has a total asset base of 22,000 crores. And Hero has an asset base of 16.7 thousand crores. These are the non-current assets, the long-term assets. However, if you talk about plant and equipments, Bajaj only has a fixed asset base of plant and equipment of only 2.7, I think, yeah, 2.7 crores. And Hero has a plant base of almost 6.2 crores, 2.5 times the manufacturing facilities, the plants, the land. Hero has a 2.5 times base of that. But still, how does Bajaj has a 22,000 asset base? The main reason I found out was Bajaj is investing heavily in financial assets. Almost 16.7 crores, 16.7 thousand crores of Bajaj's income is being invested in financial assets, and Bajaj earned an interest income of almost 1.8 thousand crore in the financial year FY 2022-2023. So if you talk about their profit, Bajaj I think reported a profit of almost 5,000 crores, almost 1.8 thousand crores was in financial assets and interest income. They have invested heavily in mutual funds, CDs, government bonds, debentures, and I think that is playing a huge role in their increased profits as compared to Hero, because they are investing heavily into financial assets.
This is reading between the lines. This is going in the depth. Then you know these things. Very good. Shower. Give him a round of applause. Very good.
The growth ratios, even these are pretty good. The 3-year CAGR
और भी
stays-
रीजन है थोड़ा सा जो मुझे लगता है बजाज ऑटो का जो प्लांट एंड मशीनरी है ना काफी पुराना है तो काफी अमोर्टाइज हो जाता है और मतलब डेप्रिशिएटेड हो जाता है बट इट कीप्स ऑन यू नो इन इट रिमेन्स इन ऑपरेशन सो दैट आल्सो रिड्यूसेस दैट एस्पेक्ट.
The 3-year CAGR sales, these are all at 10% for Bajaj and 8% for Hero MotoCorp. However, talking about net profit, Hero's net profit has reduced year on year by 10% if you're talking about 3-year CAGR, and for Bajaj it is a healthy 5%.
एक सेकंड उठो हाँ उधर बैठो एक सीट छोड़ो दोबारा मत बात करना वहाँ से सॉरी.
Let's talk a little about valuation as compared to the market share price and the stock prices. PE ratio, which is the price to earning ratios. What is PE ratio? It basically ascertains how much at the price at which the stock is trading currently at the share market, and the earning per ratio. So Bajaj's earning per ratio is almost 197 rupees. So for every share, every shareholder of Bajaj Auto has earned almost 197 rupees this financial year, which is, so PE ratio is 19.67 for Bajaj and Hero MotoCorp is 16.12. This PE ratio, it belonged to March 2023, but since we saw the rally the automobile industry did in 2023, the entire year, this PE ratio has increased to almost 30 for Bajaj and 27 for Hero MotoCorp. However, it may look overvalued, it may look inflated, but even the share price, it gave almost a 1.2% return. Bajaj Auto's share price, it I think went from 3,800, it is currently trading at 7,500, in the range of 7,500, and Hero MotoCorp, that share increased by almost 58% in 2023. However, it was not only limited to both these companies, the entire automobile industry saw such growth in the last year. Talking about the price to book ratio, that is also 4.32 to 2.81. Ideally, it ranges between 2 to 3. However, in this segment, it is an ideal ratio because as compared to its peers, if we are talking to its peers, Hero MotoCorp has a PE ratio of 21 and Bajaj has a PE ratio of almost 30. So, no, that's a PC, 32 and 28. So, if you're talking about its peers, they are ranging from 180 to 50 to 47. So, I think they are very valued. They're not at all overvalued as compared to its peers, and with such a huge market share and being the market leaders, I think they're perfectly placed with such ratios. These are the market cap. If you're talking about the stock market, Bajaj Auto has the greatest market cap of almost 2 lakh crores. TVS Motor is the second in a chart, and Hero MotoCorp lies third in the list. Cash flows. Bajaj Auto has generated good operating cash flows at 5.5 thousand crores, and Hero MotoCorp has generated 2.5 thousand crores.
ये माइनस कैसे हो गया फाइनेंशियल एक्टिविटी
Yes, sir,
माइनस?
that one I'll get back. Investing activities, they have, since I've told you, operating income. Bajaj generated almost 1.8 thousand crores in investing activities, and that is why it has such a huge number. Now let's talk about financing activities. Both these companies are dividend-paying companies. They are, but Hero MotoCorp paid a cumulative dividend of almost 100 rupees in the last year, and Bajaj Auto paid a dividend of 140 rupees in last year. So that is where financing activities, there's a negative outflow. However, the difference is quite huge. It's almost minus 7,000 to minus 2,000. The main reason is Bajaj Auto almost also issued a buyback of its shares for 4,000 crores in year 2022 as well. And if you've heard in recent times, Bajaj Auto also announced a buyback of 4,000 crores again, I think 2 to 3 days back. This shows the promoters' confidence in their own company. They are willing, and the buyback this year currently it has been issued at a price of 10,000 per share. The currently it is trading at almost 7,300 or 7,400.
100.
Yeah. So today's market has corrected, so that is why. Yesterday was 7,300. So that shows the promoters' confidence in the company. They are willing to pay a premium to buy back the shares because they believe in the company. They are estimating a huge growth potential for this company as they are diversifying their product range, and they are entering into the EV segment as well and giving Ola a good competition. CSR initiatives. We'll get that also in annual reports for all the companies. Bajaj, it has a Bajaj engineering skills training test to make the youth ready for the industry, which are 4 to 6 month courses available with 70% practical knowledge and 30% theory. They have launched a Bajaj manufacturing system certification. They are also providing STEM education in schools. STEM education is basically science, technology, engineering and mathematics, which is currently being quite popular in today's times. Bajaj water conservation projects, almost 123 crore Bajaj has funded towards water resource development and plantation. And animal welfare, 5-day programs for animal birth control and taking care of all the needs of animal births in the wildlife and releasing them back in the wildlife after their birth. Hero MotoCorp, their corporate initiatives include the Green Difference and collaborated with 100 local farmers for the plantation of 19,000 fruit trees, creating sustainable livelihood options. Hero WeCare, it has the construction and maintenance of rainwater harvesting system in Haryana, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Be a Road Hero. They partnered with HT Media to create a responsible road culture and training almost 230,000 participants. Healthcare Reach, they have mobile medical devices, vans which provide healthcare to almost 91,000 individuals in the last year. 10 community and primary healthcare centers too they have established, and they are also supporting Olympic athletes, Paralympic athletes, and they have partnered with Mary Kom organization, the Indian Deaf Cricket Organization and the Paralympics Committee. So where should you put your money in? In my opinion, I think both these companies are pretty solid. They have good numbers. However, you may be inclined a little towards Bajaj Auto since it has a huge a profit margin of almost double to Hero. But I think Hero MotoCorp, it suffered a lot. It suffered a little from their breaking up of joint venture with Hero Honda. With Honda, when Honda established on its own course, it started manufacturing automobile two-wheelers on its own in the Indian industry, and is giving a competition to both of them right now. However, we all know Hero has strong promoters leading back to almost 1970s, where the company was established in Ludhiana itself. It is the pride of Ludhiana. I think both these companies are pretty solid and pretty investable. Right.
Very good.